What's up, Pathways Church? I'm Nathan Purifoy, your worship pastor. This week, we're talking about leadership. These lessons are applicable in your family, your job, your social circle, and your personal walk with God. I hope to be able to encourage you and equip you to be able to use your influence to be wise, impactful Christians in your world. As a leader in the church world, I've heard so many people teach on leadership and how to maximize your influence. And I try to soak in as much of it as I can. There was one time where I had these two respectable leaders give leadership lessons that seemed to be opposing. And then I kept hearing these two different schools of thought that I just couldn't make sense of. First, there was this concept of saying yes. At first, it sounded like a ploy to get volunteers and staff to overcommit their time, but there's actually a lot of merit in this idea. When God places an opportunity in front of you, don't be afraid to say yes. If you regularly reject opportunities to serve, if you avoid confrontation with people when there's tension, if you stray away from taking risks, next time an opportunity comes up, say yes. I love that. I thought it was brilliant. But then there was the flip side, the concept of no. A leader taught us to be efficient by cutting out the unnecessary. Say no to tasks that don't suit you. Say no to lower priority things. Say no to social events. Say no to distractions. Learn to say no. And this is perfect for being efficient. If we're laser focused on the most important things, we'll absolutely be more effective. I love that. It's brilliant. But then I struggled for weeks because I wanted to say yes to everything and I wanted to say no to everything at the same time. The Bible really simplified this for me. Matthew 5:37 says, all you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. You've probably heard the phrase, let your yeses be yes and your nos be no. This is where that comes from. So I have two main takeaways from this scripture. First, think things through. Don't be so quick to answer requests or make commitments and promises. Don't be quick to say yes, but also don't be quick to say no. Take your time to be sure before you commit. But then secondly, mean what you say. If you commit, keep your word. Going back and forth and not following through with your promises will cost you your influence and your integrity. Whether it's with your kids, your friends, your work, or here at Pathways, be willing to say yes and be strong enough to follow through. And when it's the right thing to do, be willing to say no and be strong enough to follow through. Thanks again for hanging with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Daily Dose.